Just give yourself some time to arrive. No point rushing to practice. One of the reasons we're here is to learn to regulate our nervous system, learn to allow our body's healing capacity to be activated. So you might like to just honor your body as it is today with all its imperfections. Honor your mind, honor your spirit, just as it is. Let's just bring attention to the breath, and we might just allow the next breath to come. And then sigh it out. And see if you can find the rhythm of your own breath. It's giving each breath all the time that it needs to fully express itself. Let's scan through the body. See if you can notice how you feel on this day. So you might like to stretch out the fingers. Maybe take a smile, soften the muscles in the face. You might like to shrug the shoulders. Anything that you like. Just rolling the shoulders, the hips, the knees. Start to get a sense for where you're at on this day. All right. So today's practice, we're going to do the Bhagwan Jin forms, often called the 8 brocades or the 8 brocades of silk. And you probably all know these forms, so just let them come. And we might do a little bit of warm up as well. We might do some radio Tazo exercises just to get our bodies ready for the movement. So let's just sigh out, empty out. When you're ready, we're going to lift our palms, turn them up in front of the body, and then all the way out and just sinking down. And just find a rhythm with your breath. Doesn't have to be the same as mine. Notice where your weight is, if it's in the toes or the heels. As you bring your hands above the head, see if you can draw the weight into the heels, everything stacking. See if you can draw the shoulder blades down the back, even as you lift up. And you might tuck the chin in so the back of your neck is long. All right, our next one, we'll draw the heels together, toes turned out, and just open and drop the tailbone down. You might notice how you're just inviting hip joint, knee joint, ankle joint, all to just a little bit of activation, a little bit of sense of supporting each other, not a big movement. And we'll come back to center. Let's lean in, step your feet out to shoulder width, lean into one side. We're going to roll that arm back, 2 turns, tap the shoulder, then 2 turns forward. And when you're ready, floating to the other side, just let your arm be as heavy as you can. When you're ready, let's come back to the center. Let's roll the shoulders. Maybe the other direction. Let's roll the wrists. And we'll shake them out. All right, we're starting to get everything moving. Let's do another radio Tazo exercise. This one will extend our arms out wide and then swing one in front, one behind of the body. And see if you can start to roll the shoulder back, roll the hip back. Let your weight sink down. It's a downward movement, not a lifting movement. Sigh out as you allow your arms to be heavy. And we'll come back to the center and shake out again. Let's do a lateral movement. We're going to reach one arm over and start to pulse, opening side body. Now we'll switch. And just keep going side to side. One more set each side. And back to the center. All right, let's roll the whole upper body down. Big sigh. Just let your arms be heavy. Slowly curling back up. Roll the shoulders. Let's try that again, just curling everything down. Bend the knees if you like. And then we'll curl back up. This time we'll take our hands to our lumbar spine, drawing the shoulder blades in, maybe looking up. And letting go. Take a breath first. Sigh out, maybe tuck the chin, maybe look up. And coming back up. All right, arms heavy. See if you can take all your attention down below the feet. Deep roots into the earth. Strong, stable, dependable. Upper body open. Upper body allowing whatever is present in our life. All our Qigong forms, we aim to find these kind of dual qualities. One is being relaxed without being sleepy or dull. And the other one is being alert without being tense. So as we practice, just see if you can find these qualities. Relaxed without being sleepy or vague. Alert without being tight and tense. All right, we'll come back to the center. All right, let's come into our standing form. So feet are shoulder width apart. You might like to press down through the toes. Let the arms be heavy. We'll take a few breaths here, just arriving. So our first form today, we're going to spend a little bit of time on it and see if you can really feel the breath and the body working as one. We'll start by just lifting our palms, lifting our hands, palms facing down. Just before shoulder height, start to turn, lifting up. Keep the crown of the head towards the ceiling. We're not looking up. Now we sigh out, draw the fingers down towards the crown of the head. Scan the face. We're sighing out, sinking, letting go, creating space. When you get to the dantian, we're going to cross the hands, take a breath in. And then letting go, arms come back by the side. So the whole movement is 2 breaths. See how you go, lifting. Keep breathing in, turning, inviting in. And then sighing out. Real emptying out of every last bit of tension and tiredness. Next breath comes in. And let it go. Take your time, just listen to the breath. We're drawing, inviting new energy into our dantian, this storage unit of the body. You might think of it as your battery. Allows you to do everything you need to do. As you breathe in, you might like to just imagine that you're welcoming in new learning, new ideas, new energy. And as you sigh out, letting go of old habits, old learning, things that might not serve us anymore. Mind is a long way away. Just invite it back into the body. An act of deep listening, of noticing. Where am I right now? You might start to notice taste in the mouth or sounds around. Anything that draws you back to this moment. Quieter you become, the more you hear, the more you notice. And we'll just bring palms back by the side of the body. Next form we do, we're going to see if we can draw some tension and tightness into the fingers and draw them in. We're going to lift up as we push past the heart, sigh out, press up. Curl the fingers again, drawing in, draw the elbows in, sinking down, sighing out. See if you can find this feeling of tension in the fingers and then release past the heart, letting go. We're drawing the breath into the body and we're sighing out as we push away. This is a form to regulate body temperature, our triple warmer of the body, keeping us even tempered. Sometimes too much energy in the head, sometimes too much energy in the gut. One more time. And we'll bring our palms back onto the dantian. Arrive back into stillness. You might say, this is my destination, this is my goal. Don't always have to be rushing around. right, we're going to step out into a horse stance. So you might like to shift your weight onto your right foot and just step a little wider. Find that centering, and then we'll cross our palms, breathing in, lifting up. As we sigh out, tailbone comes down, arms open, bow and arrow, opening, cross the body, lungs and heart open. Take a breath. We're going to switch our vision to the other hand, drawing in. Shift our weight back to the right foot. Step back, sigh out. Let's shift our weight to the left leg now. You can mirror me if you like. Inhale. Tailbone comes down, opening. New breath. We're shifting our weight back towards the center, stepping back, sighing out. Take your time, find your own rhythm here. You might like to just notice this feeling of always returning to the center. Idea of homeostasis. Everything is in balance. There is a master plan to everything in nature. And often we forget this. We get fixated on the idea that things are getting worse, changing in a way that they will never change back. But we might remind ourselves, day always follows night. We can depend on it. Spring and summer always follow autumn and winter. We can depend on it. Nature has a way of always returning. Each time we come back to the center, no matter how far away life takes us off balance, let's do one more each side. Turning to center, palms come back onto the body. Next form is for our stomach and spleen. You might like to start drawing your palms towards the center of the body, not touching. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, one palm pushes down, the other pushes up, both directions. Feel that stretch down the side of the body. Take a new breath, draw the hands in, and then letting go, pushing out. See if you can find a little bit of space in your fascia, in your connective tissue. Everything elongated. Everything may be starting to flow again. Every joint, ligament, tendon in the body reaching, extending, separating. See if you can maybe just find your wrist joint, your elbow, your shoulder, your hip. Let's add a little bit of a twist in. Next time we come up, we're going to roll that arm behind the body and then curl back into the center. Press, reach again. Let's go to the other side. Take the arm behind the body, curl, draw the palms in. Extending, reaching. Rolling behind. Always yin and yang. Moving away and then drawing back in. One more each side. And we'll bring the palms back. Allow your heart rate to slow. We always think the more we do, the more we achieve. And when we come into stillness, we allow our body to heal itself. Digestion starts, immune system switches on. All these processes that we need to stay strong and energized and healthy. All right, let's take our palms face down, fingers drawing in, and we'll take a breath in. As we sigh out, we're going to turn our chin to the shoulder and open our chest, draw the shoulder blades in at the back. Maybe gently looking behind. When the next breath comes, turn the chin back, turn the fingers back in. Breathe in, and then same on the other side. Opening. See if you can really feel your shoulder blades curling away. And then rolling in. And the last one. And we'll meet back in the middle, arriving into stillness. You might like to scan through the body. Just notice how you feel. Maybe something has shifted. Okay, we're going to step our feet a little wider into a horse stance. And this one, we're going to take our hands down to the fingers to the thighs, thumb just under the hip. Shift your weight into one leg. Look towards the straight leg. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, we're going to drop our nose towards our knee. Let the head be heavy as we roll all the way across the body. As our head rises up, take a new breath. Look towards the other leg. And then sigh out, return to center. Let's go back the same direction we just were. New breath. Head towards the knee. Big sigh. This is called shaking the head and wagging the tail. Let your head be heavy. Take your time and feel into each movement. Take a break if you need to at any time. And we'll float back to the center. Arms come back. And our next form is for the water element. It involves a deep back bend. Just start by drawing the palms up, maybe leaning back, and then sigh out. When the hands are at the level of the heart, turn them up, take a new breath. Take them around to the back of the body and then sigh out. We're tracing our bladder meridian as our head comes all the way down. Bend the knees if you need to. Arms around the ears. We're going to press into the feet. Take a new breath. Reach forward. Lift up. Big long breath. Maybe a little back bend. And sighing out. All right, you know the pattern now. See if you can follow your breath. Sighing out as that head comes down. Allow a little pause and then arms reaching forward. We're lifting up, we're pressing through the feet. This is a strong form. Everything moving through the back of the body. When we bring water element into balance, we have greater willpower, a little bit of desire to move. moving away from that fear state, fear of might be losing someone or something when we're holding on so tightly to what we have. If you can find this feeling of flow and fluidity. Take a break if you need to at any point. Next time out, arms come down. Let's just return them to the belly. One more form to go. We're going to step our legs out wide again into our horse stance. Draw the elbows in. Tuck the thumb and wrap the fingers over. We'll take a breath in. As we sigh out, one arm comes forward, emptying out. Curl the fingers up. Roll the arm, drawing in, breathing in. And now the other side. Take your time. Just listening to the flow of the breath. As we push out on the out breath, we teach ourselves not to be reactive or to resist, but just to protect our space. So you might like to just focus on the lower body, strong and heavy and stable. And as we come back in, step back in. Final thing we do today is just to lift the heels maybe a millimeter off the ground, and then just let your body sink. Just feel that kind of shudder come through the body. You can do this as many times as you like. And relax everything in the body. Let it go. Next time our feet come down, keep your feet glued to the ground. See if you can just let every other muscle, every other joint relax, letting go. Might be in your eyelids, in your jaw, in your spine, hips. And when you're ready, just come back to stillness. We'll turn our palms, lifting up, welcoming in, sighing out. And just follow your breath 2 more times. Let's bring our palms together. Our ritual to finish each practice, always just gathering in and expressing gratitude to our own self. You might like to just have a picture of yourself, calm, having activated healing, just acknowledging our effort today. And then we'll also acknowledge just how nice it is to practice with some accountability partners that help us get to the mat each day. Let's bow to each other.